welcome back to 1010's Podcast. I'm your host, Robert Briot, and I have Adam on Zoom. And it is episode 240, which means, obviously, we're going to talk about 240SXs.
The whole show,
The whole
Robbie.
show. This is going to be 2 hours of nothing but education on why the S chassis is the best chassis.
Is that the first gen or the second gen S chassis then?
No, all of them.
Is that the one I have in my driveway or the more square one that I'm not quite as big a fan of, I guess, is my question though.
It's
which of those S chassis?
The newest S chassis.
Oh, I do agree with that for sure. The newer S chassis is the better S chassis. I agree.
The third S chassis is the best chassis.
No, there's only two, Robbie. There's the first gen S10 and Blazers and the second gen S10 and Blazer for your S chassis.
Oh,
you gotta get that right, man.
No, this is the 240 episode.
Oh, damn it. Well, you said S chassis. Those are two very different things, Robbie.
All right, that's enough S chassis talk. I seriously had, earlier in the year, I was looking at it going, we're going to hit episode 240. We should do a 240 episode. And as it kept approaching, I'm like, I got nothing.
I don't even know what we would do.
Just educate people on the history of 240s because no one cares.
That would be the most boring show ever.
It actually was. I was kind of hoping it would play out this way, that we would do this episode and I could title it episode 240. There is no 240, and I would have just sold it. Because that's kind of how it was looking for a while. We could talk about me selling the car that I'd worked so hard for.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
I thought that's how it might have played out, but it didn't. It's still... I drove it today into the snow and then up my driveway a little bit, get it out of the way.
Just for funsies?
No, I needed to move a bunch of stuff around the shop.
Oh.
So I had to Austin Powers it from where it was in front of the it was between the lift and the I did it.
Damn it, Rob.
I'm sorry. It was between the lift and the garage door sideways. So it was like hot dog style with the door. So I had to Austin Powers it we're talking 13-point turn to get it so I could back it out the garage door. And then of course I'd back right into snow, which actually did okay. As long as one wheel was on the gravel, I was able to back out.
Well, there you go.
I almost switched to all seasons. I thought I was gonna have to swap out the rear wheels just so I could get it to move, but I did on slicks. It's fine.
That would have been really funny.
Well, I mean, there's enough cords showing on those slicks that I think I was, there's enough metal.
There's a little bit of traction there.
Yeah, they're basically
studded.
Yeah, it's fine. And that's the most I've driven the 240 since September.
Yeah, that's true.
So, no, it's just
not a good year, man.
No.
We're not off to a great start in 2021 either.
There seems to be a theme with the way the years are going. Season 2 of 2020.
I've been listening to a lot of our old podcasts for reasons.
Good.
And it's funny to listen to 2018, 2019, and just this year fucking sucks, man. But next year's gonna be our year. It's gonna be better next year.
Yeah, sure.
That didn't age well.
Well, someone said that there was an episode where Michael made a comment about how 2020 was going to suck. And then it's yeah, dude, you had no idea. I have no idea what episode it was on, but apparently
I don't remember it either.
I saw someone made a post about it, but yeah, he was right.
Nailed that one.
Yep.
That's about the only thing that we ever said that we ever had said and ended up being right.
Yeah, that's the prediction that we said.
We've said we were going to do a lot of things that we've never even started doing.
It's a nice thought. We can think about things.
So many things. So, should we get into it?
Yeah. As always, we're in the Kanka Motorsports studio. Head over to kangamotorsports.com. He's got articles and other cool stuff. I sent him a care package for Christmas. He was super pumped about it. He was wearing the new BRE ripoff logo that I had Dusty make for us. Those t-shirts are available in the store. He was super pumped about it. It matches his livery and my Z's livery.
I like it.
Yeah, that turned out really good. I've been trying to work on it for a while, and I'm not near as graphically inclined as Dusty or basically anybody. So I had it half done. I sent it to Dusty. I was like, okay, here's my idea. Now make it good. And literally 3 minutes later, he sends it back. Done. I spent 4 hours on that. It looked like shit.
Did I lose you?
Nope, you're here.
Something happened.
Nope,
there.
you paused. But yeah, anyways.
Oh, God damn it. Sorry. I don't know.
KingMotorsports.com for everyone that wants to check out James's awesome stuff. I have, on good authority, there will be more awesome stuff coming. And if that's not true, then I'm sorry. KingMotorsports.com. Let's just get into the opener.
Yes. So we missed last week. Shit happens.
Yeah,
but the week before we talked about, as we always do at this time of year, we talked about the cars that are leaving us. We're leaving behind in 2020. And so this week we have to talk about the cars that we're maybe excited for, maybe not. I don't know. In 2021.
So excited.
Some of these. Well, so I found that this article came from Top Gear, which tends to usually have cars we're more interested in than, say, Car and Driver or Auto Week or something like that. So, their little title line here is electric hypercars, road legal race cars, more hot hatches. This year's a big one.
Well,
so
designers had a lot of time at home this year, so that could be true. But.
And yet they still came out with the hideousness that is the very first one, the BMW M3, M4 competitions.
I assume the hideous, you mean the grills and bumpers?
The buck teeth.
They do look like beaver buck teeth, and I can't decide if the European license plates make it better or worse.
I think it makes it better. I think it kind of splits it up.
It's kind of like, I think these are going to age well.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Because just like
talk a ton of shit about it now, and in a few years I'll be like, it's not that bad.
Because I mean, granted, they're huge. They basically go from the hood to the bottom of the bumper, just two big buck teeth right in the front, and then there's some grill mesh on the sides and the bottom of the bumper as well. And just like the Lexus, what is that? The IF? No.
Yeah, I used to hate the giant Lexus bumper thing. And now I kind of don't totally hate it.
Yeah, the Predator thing aged well, according to Adam. I said it looked great from the start. Half because it was the opposite of what Adam said, but half because I really believed it.
I'm glad that we've gotten to the point where you can finally admit that.
Yeah, no, half the things I like are because it bothers you. My favorite color is green. Because your favorite color is not green. Which is why that M4 competition is like a hunter green. It's the best looking car I've ever seen.
For some reason, it looks like that one's grills are smaller than the M. Well, so the
M3.
So the yellow is the two-door, so that's the M4.
Oh, am I backwards? I am backwards.
Yeah.
God, I don't know anything about BMW. I'm sorry.
In this picture here.
So the two-door M3 or M4 looks like its grill is bigger than...
They look a little bit bigger, but I think it's just the angle.
Yeah, probably. They're both massive.
I'm sure they're both the same.
It almost goes from headlight to headlight. That's how big they are.
And it goes basically from top to bottom.
Uh-huh. For optimized airflow? I bet half of it's like restricted anyways.
I bet half of it's fake.
I think the bottom parts of the bumper, the mesh there, I think those are fake. I don't think it's a grill. I don't think it's a grill. I think it's just like a plastic cover. I
don't know. This so the new M3 M4 has no manual option or DCT option. It's just a regular old fashioned automatic.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. I mean,
which is weird.
Yeah, that is really weird because the looks are really good, and don't they have like a DCT and like everything else they do?
You would think. 503 horsepower, 1,700 kilograms, which is like 2,600 pounds, right? 2.2 pounds in a kilogram.
I think so, yeah.
So 17, it would be like, I guess a little over 3,000 pounds, 3,500 pounds, somewhere in there. That's not that heavy by modern standards.
No, I mean they'll be quick.
Yeah, but then they put an automatic in it, which is weird. Not even a DCT. So I don't know, man. We'll have to see where it goes, I guess.
I do like how they look, though. I really do.
They're very aggressive
for a BMW. I mean, because BMW is kind of like not. I wouldn't never call them aggressive. They're usually more like a refined, smooth edges type cars. And then these ones are their angles are a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So up next, one of what I think is probably the coolest cars that have come out in a long, long time, but a car we'll probably never, ever, ever actually see in real life, the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
So they're claiming this is coming out in 2021, like people can purchase them? Is that what they're saying? Because we've been teased about this for a long time.
Yeah. Yep, they've been teasing this thing for a long time. Cosworth released some engine dyno video of the V12 a while ago.
I vaguely remember it, but so it's been a while.
So, yeah. So 10,000 RPM naturally aspirated V12. They talk about how it has F1 tech, but I'm not sure what that exactly means because it doesn't have the same engine as a Formula One car. I don't know that if there's any hybrid system in it or not. So
the only thing I could think of is that the monocoque and like some of the suspension have to be
maybe some of the general
taken.
aero ideas.
Because I mean, it's got huge open passages by the doors.
Lots of negative space.
Yeah. So I mean, you can fit like 1.5 people in there, I think.
Yeah.
Can you even fit 2 people in there? Or is it a single seater? I can't remember.
I don't know. It looks like it should be wide enough to be a 2-seater, probably.
2 small people, yes. Or 1 large person. 1 American and 2 Europeans can fit in this car.
That's fair.
It's just 1 big bucket seat, but it has 2 sets of seat belts. None of that's true.
Yeah. So they seem to think that this car will be able to produce F1 spec lap times while still being street legal.
That's insane.
Which I find dubious.
I'd be shocked if it was actually that fast. But if it's, Ferris's Corvette fast, I wouldn't be surprised there.
Well, I have zero doubt in my mind it'll be that fast and faster.
I mean Ferris's 2021 times.
2021 Corvette.
Sorry,
building.
Yeah, my
crazy man.
My anticipated times for Ferris.
Yeah,
it's Formula Car times.
If anybody's know who we're talking about, find Ferris Cartoumi on Instagram and just go through the posts he's made about his build updates in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Even
he's picked up a lot of sponsors.
Woof, that car is going to be on a different level. It was already on a different level. It's going to be yet again a different level. It's quite the ordeal. So next, another Formula One inspired hypercar that no one will ever actually get to see, the Mercedes AMG One.
A much less aggressive car than the Aston Martin.
But this car really does have the 1.6 liter turbo V6 hybrid from the Formula One car.
Lame.
I'm sure it's like turned down to 6.
Yeah, I bet.
But
like, nobody wants that engine. I don't care how fast it is. Nobody wants it.
I kind of do.
No, you want the V12. You want the.
Well, I mean, yeah. If I'm going to pick one of these 2 cars, it's definitely not going to be this one.
No, I mean, and the people that are buying one are shopping for the other.
Yeah, probably.
So if I had $3 million burning a hole in my pocket, I'm going with that.
You could probably buy one of these.
Yeah, I'll get the Aston Martin. I'm not getting the Mercedes.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to need more like $6 to $8 million if you want to buy them both.
I don't want both. I only want one.
Yeah,
I'm not greedy. I only want one $3 million car.
That's fair.
I'm not selfish.
It's good to set reasonable goals that are achievable.
Yeah, just one hypercar.
Yeah. So, next, I guess they're just lumping these all together. This Tesla Cybertruck, the Model S Plaid, and their supposed semi.
Are they giving us one of is going to happen in 2021? Because I'll take Model S Plaid, please. The rest.
Well, but I have zeroed out in my mind that the Plaid's a reasonable possibility because it's just an S turned up to 11.
Right.
So it's just a more powerful S. That's pretty easy to make. The Cybertruck and the Semi I don't know. They've already admitted that they had originally shot from, or they had originally planned on making the Roadster by 2021, but they've already pushed that 12 months out.
Yeah.
But they think that they'll have the Cybertruck out by late 2021.
Not a fucking chance. You heard it here first. There's no way.
Yeah, they seem to be real good about making promises they can't back up.
Well, it made him the richest man in the world today. So there's that.
Isn't that upsetting?
I don't fucking get it. I mean, we don't need to get into it.
Can't post a profit.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
How
money works is just so screwed up.
Some
anymore.
economist or accountant person or a financial guy or gal needs to explain to me how that makes sense, because it makes no sense to me. I really don't.
It doesn't make sense.
But we don't need to get into that. That's not what this podcast is. But anyways, the Model S Plaid is coming out in 2021. The other two obviously are not. So I'm not excited about any of it because I don't care.
That's fair. Up next, a car to be excited about, Robbie, the Hyundai i20N. I love hot hatches.
How many doors does this Hyundai have?
5, because they count the hatch as a door for some reason. That's a 5-door.
So they're symmetrical on both sides, is what you're saying.
Unfortunately, yes. They're not as quirky and fun as a Veloster N for that reason.
Approved. It's a real vehicle that you can buy that can do things that real vehicles should do, like open on both sides in the back.
So this is kind of targeted at the Ford Fiesta market, the Fiesta ST market, I should say. 200 horsepower, manually shifted transmission, 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds.
I'm surprised it's not quicker.
I love the light blue coloring that they put on their N models.
I don't hate it.
So I'm in on this.
Yeah, I think
I'd take the Veloster over this, but I'm in on it.
I think it'll do pretty well.
So, I hope so. I don't know if they will actually get it or not. That's the real question.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'd be surprised if we don't, or if we do. I wouldn't be all that surprised if they don't send that here.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, they got to compete with, the Fiesta ST. I think
we don't get a Fiesta ST anymore, Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Ford doesn't make a Fiesta.
That's right.
For the U.S. market.
Well, there's clearly a big hole in the market.
That's kind of what I'm hoping, but we'll see. So
yeah, no, that'd be a good one to have, though.
Yeah, it's cool. Up next, the Audi RS e-tron GT. So Porsche came out with the Taycan. Now Audi has to come out with something similar, and we got this thing.
I'll come out and say it. It's actually good looking.
Yeah?
I think the hood scoop's a little goofy, but the rest of the car, not bad.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not a fan of those wheels in particular.
No, the wheels could change.
But the rest of that I'm in on. Wheels are easy to change. So 650 horsepower.
That is a lot. This is electric, so what's the range? Because that's a big deal apparently.
I don't have any idea.
So like 500 miles.
130,000 British pounds.
So probably has a range of like 300, realistically.
Yeah, probably 3 to 4. So,
yeah, that would be a great alternative to a Model S, and the build quality would be next level compared to a Model S.
Probably.
I mean, if you're going to spend $130,000, you should be getting a $130,000 car, and I have no doubt that that's what that is.
Yeah. So, next up, the Rimac C2, another electric hypercar.
We needed more lady shavers, as the Grand Tour said.
I thought that was a McLaren before I scrolled down far enough to see what it was.
So is this the follow up to the Rimac that?
Yes.
That he just.
Richard Hammond destroyed.
I kept trying to say James May. I know I was wrong. Richard Hammond rolled down the mountain.
Yep.
So it's more powerful, faster, somehow lighter.
Makes 1,887 base horsepower, Robbie.
That's insane.
0 to 60 on the short side of 2 seconds.
Yikes.
To 258 miles per hour flat out. 150 of them will be made at a price of 1.7 million British pounds.
That's too many monies. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. And now we're back to the I would rather have the V12.
Yes, but I think I'd rather have this than the Mercedes. Yeah.
I will back you up on that.
I'll take the Valkyrie over this.
Yes.
But I'd take this over the Mercedes.
I think so.
And at half the price, probably. I don't know. I'm completely guessing on what the Mercedes is going to cost. But
I bet that's close to 2, and I bet
I'll bet it's this is almost 2. This is 1.7.
Yeah, so I bet this one and the Mercedes will be similar in price, and I think the Aston will be a little bit more, roughly $2 million a piece. I would bet.
Not that you're worried about this sort of thing when you can afford to own a vehicle like that, but the running costs on this will be dramatically less.
Than which one?
Than the running costs on this Rimac.
Oh yeah.
The running costs on this will be dramatically less than the running costs of a Mercedes-Benz with a Formula One engine in it.
But I bet that I'm sure they all do. Where you have to replace the wheels and the tires at the same time.
Even still, can you imagine what it was going to take to maintain the engine in that Mercedes?
It's a $20,000 oil change twice a year.
Or the Aston, for that matter.
Nah, the Aston's it's got one oil filter in the front, and it's fine. It just runs on 5W30. You can just go get to some Rotella from Walmart and just 2 jugs of it, and you're fine.
That's how that works.
You just got to make sure that you get all the fluid out of the coolers and stuff. So. Or just change it more often. It's fine. It's just a naturally aspirated V12. How crazy could it be?
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Because it runs to 10,000 RPM and it makes 1,000 horsepower.
So it has more than one cam, is what you're guessing.
I'm going to go with it's got 4.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, I could nerd
out. If Koenigsegg made it wouldn't have any.
Aha. That's right. Is there any new Koenigsegg's? I hope so.
I don't know. Up next, another 1,900 horsepower electric hypercar, the Pininfarina Battista.
I dig it.
They say it's a more comfortable car.
So it's more of a street car with 1,900 horsepower.
So apparently it uses the same mechanicals as the Rimac.
That makes sense.
It's supposed to be more of a hyper GT car.
Wow. So another $2 million car from Pininfarina.
Claimed range of 300 miles, though.
That's important for your 1,900.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
For that type of power? Yeah, that's usable power.
Yeah, for 1,900 horsepower. If you had 1,900 horsepower in a gas-powered car, it would not get 300 miles on a tank. Unless that tank was a monster.
Yeah, like a Titan tank.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a trunk or a frunk, you just have a gas tank. And then you also have a gas tank back there.
Yeah. So
wild.
Not much to say about that though.
No.
So next, the Ford Bronco, which I have already seen one of on the road.
I have not seen one yet.
I did. I saw one in Des Moines. Actually, it's been a while ago already, driving down the interstate.
How did you feel in person?
I like it.
Yeah, I didn't like the Broncos when I was younger, but for some reason it really grew on me.
I would much rather this than a Jeep.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. So, I think they're cool. I think that they're going to be wildly popular. I think you're going to see a lot of them.
And they're going to cost quite a bit less than in the equivalent Jeep.
We'll see.
I bet so.
We'll see.
I bet so. They just raised the price of the Jeeps again.
Yeah, and if you buy a Jeep with a 392 in it, it's like almost 80 grand.
Yeah, that's insane.
Insane.
An $80,000 Jeep. Whatever.
Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, that's what.
No
yeah,
less.
Wrangler.
Get out of here.
I'll take the Bronco. Thank you.
Yeah, for half. So, next, the McLaren Artura.
Neat.
The Looks like maybe a 570S replacement. This is the entry-level McLaren.
Ah, this is the Cars and Coffee one that you're going to see on a regular basis.
Yeah. So no longer has the V8, but instead a twin-turbo V6 with a little bit of hybrid in it.
Huh. So all their cars hybrid now? This is 720s.
No, the 720S isn't.
Okay. But yeah,
In fact, I would say that most of their cars are not, except for I don't think that any of them except the P1 are.
I thought the Senna's not. Never mind.
Senna is not.
Yeah, way off base. Huh, that's kind of funny that that's their entry level then.
That I would say is probably a look into the future of McLaren. So
yeah,
it's a good looking car. I like it.
Needs more wang.
I mean, it's an entry level car. You can always call up Johnny and put a wang on it.
That would be awesome.
That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just add a 9 Lives wang on it, just a little.
Well, for this you'll have to get the carbon fiber one, but that's fine.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're buying this car, you can afford the carbon fiber wang.
Right. So. Ugh. I think it's cool.
I'm excited to see it out of camouflage.
Yeah.
It will look good. And that vent is massive.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, next, the Lotus Evija? I don't know.
Evija. Well,
Evija?
Whatever way we know is wrong, that's the way I'm going to say it.
Yeah,
so it is a Lotus Evija. Because I know someone is listening right now just cringing. It's Evija.
So, Top Gear's test pilot is quoted as saying, "It accelerates differently than any other car I've ever been in. Rather than the acceleration tailing off as you go faster, this just keeps ramping up. The more speed you add, the more you're pinned back into the seat. At some stage, physics dictates it must let up. But when 160 mile per hour down Goodwood's back straight and the force multiplier still appears fully engaged."
Neat.
1,400 horsepower.
Oh, another $1 million car.
Oh, wait. Nope. I take that back. 1,972 horsepower, but when they drove it, it was limited to 14.
The pedestrian level. Got it.
Right. 1,972 horsepower.
How many 1,900 horsepower cars do we really need?
Apparently at least 3 different manufacturers worth.
That's crazy. So it's funny how we were joking like, any asshole can buy a 700 horsepower Dodge. Like 700 horsepower is a big deal.
Yeah. So, I guess this is going to be the year of the electric hypercar.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Wild.
That would have been a good prediction last time.
Yeah, I guess. So, next up, the 911 GT3.
It looks like the other 911 GT3s.
Yeah. So,
but this one's blue.
This will be the naturally aspirated V6 6-cylinder boxer.
There you go.
No, we don't want to piss those people off. 9,000 RPM, which is sweet. 9,000 RPM naturally aspirated. That thing will sing.
They do sound so good, screaming down the front straight.
Manual gearbox.
Nice.
As God intended.
As God intended. That's for sure.
So
we'll be talking about Porsches later.
That's fair.
That's part of our topic.
That is true. Up next, probably the ugliest car on the list thus far, the BMW i4.
Ew.
It's real bad, people.
So it's like the new BMWs, it has these massive buck teeth, and it works less on this car because the hood. I assume this is a concept rendering thing.
This has got to be a concept car. There's no way that this is.
The hood comes all the way to the grill and then wraps around the grill and the headlights. Yeah. So that's all one big piece that goes toward forward, onto the bumper type area. Yeah. And then the bumper is wide open. And then on the sides has just wide open vents right before the wheels. Because of course that's where you want your vents, in front of your wheels. Because when the air hits the wheels, that's really good for, aerodynamic stuff. Ask anybody. Unless they're fake.
So this one is supposed to be good for 530 horsepower.
Is it electric?
It is fully electric.
Okay.
Manages 370 miles of range.
And it will cost the same as that Audi. So
yeah, it'll probably be more expensive than the M3 or M4 that we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah,
but it should be similarly fast at least.
You would think
so.
And it's followed the theme of ugly wheels that Audi did earlier too.
That's true. So I don't understand this. Why does every fully electric vehicle have to look silly?
It's like they're trying to be futuristic for the sake of trying to look futuristic.
Right. It's not going to age well. We just want normal cars.
Right.
So, because the next one on this list, the Mercedes EQS, while looking much better, does the same bullshit.
Yeah, this is what, like, in the 80s when they're making sci-fi movies about the late 2000s, 2030s, whatever. They're like, the future, these are what the cars will look like. That's what they're doing right now. Mercedes is trying to mimic what somebody in the 80s thought cars should look like in the future. And it's not good. The LED lit up emblem on the front as well as the LED grill, that's kind of funny because it looks like a big whale. Like a
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the bristles. Mouth. Yeah, the bristles that catch the krill. It looks like that, but all lit up.
I see that. So they say that this will do a range of 400 miles.
Better range.
And can achieve 80% charge in 20 minutes.
No, it cannot.
So if it can do 80% of its charge in 20 minutes, how long does it take to get the last 20%? Another
hour?
20 minutes?
Everybody knows the last 20% is harder.
Apparently.
In everything. It's always the first 80% is easy. Like that's the last percent that's really difficult.
Right.
Apparently that's the case with batteries.
I have no idea.
Is this a traditional battery or is it like a solid state? Or does that not exist yet?
I don't think we have solid state batteries in a
car.
Real consumer level ability.
I know it's been mentioned this year.
Yeah, I've heard it once or twice, but I haven't followed closely enough to know. So
probably not.
Up next, another full EV car, the Lucid Air. Lucid's been supposedly coming out more and more, or for the last couple of years now. They were supposed to be a Tesla competitor 2 or 3 years ago. So I guess we'll see if they are able to make it.
It sure seems like it'd be a decent Tesla competitor. And then because they're diving right into that exact same market with very similar styled cars. I would imagine the performance is similar. And if their price is similar, if their quality is as good or better, I think they could shake up the market a little bit. Yeah.
So they have a 1,080 horsepower version that will cost 170,000 American dollars.
Yikes. And they're going to sell this shit.
2.5 seconds, top out 168 miles per hour, and achieve a range of 465 miles.
That's a lot.
And Robbie, it's got 21-inch wheels.
Why? That's so stupid.
But if you buy the smaller 19-inch wheels, it'll do 503 miles.
Even 19s are expensive. Have you replaced performance tires on 19s? It sucks.
Yeah, but it gets better better range that way.
So 24s for everybody. Who cares?
The Dream Edition, which is just below. That's the Dream Edition.
The 22.
That is the Air Dream Edition, the 1,080 horsepower car. Just below that is the Air Grand Touring, which is supposed to start at $139,000 before tax breaks, but has a 517 miles of range and still 800 horsepower.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, I think that horsepower will kind of become less meaningful with electric cars, it seems.
Yeah, I think that. Well, and isn't it kind of weird how they calculate it? And it's like super.
Torque is the number that's
Okay, I couldn't remember.
really messy.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably going to matter a lot less. You're going to have to start focusing on different ways to interpret that.
Yeah. So next, we get back into the more pedestrian cars. The Volkswagen Golf Mark 8R. Golf R.
It looks
so the 8th generation of the Golf.
Why does it look so big? Is it as big as it looks?
I mean, it's the size of a Golf.
It seems like it's grown.
They're not especially small anymore, but they're not huge either. So
316 brake horsepower. I mean, that's a not small engine
to
accommodate its not small size anymore. Probably sitting on 22s.
I don't like the front bumper.
It doesn't really flow with the rest of the car.
No, I don't know why they have that little thing that kind of goes up underneath the headlights.
Well, they hired a couple design engineers from Chevy after they got fired for their trucks.
So
that
makes sense.
They added that feature to the bumper of this Golf R.
Well, it's good that they're sticking to their guns on that one.
They know what they got.
Jesus Christ. So next, a car that we won't get, the Peugeot 508 PSE, which
it looks like a car.
Doesn't matter to us.
No, it looks like a car. People will buy it, I bet. Sit on 22s, whatever.
So
right, those are huge.
This
wheels,
is an
right?
all-wheel drive plug-in hybrid.
Yeah, I have no interest in this.
So, yeah, we're not going to get them here in America because we don't get Peugeots anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on, the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo, which looks like a crossover SUV, but I think it's a wagon version of the Taycan.
Yeah. Don't they have that already? It's called the Panamera.
Well, so the Taycan is the electric one.
Oh, so it's a Panamera, but like.
So it's a So it's an electric Panamera.
But it looks taller, like a crossover.
Yeah, it looks very tall in this picture, doesn't it?
I would legitimately call this a crossover, based on how tall it sits.
Yeah, but the car definitely isn't. The not Sport Turismo version is definitely not. It's it's down where it should be. So I don't know. Maybe that's just a weird picture.
Yeah, and it's got something weird on
maybe
the
it's
roof.
under braking.
But it's on like a. Doesn't appear that way, but yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's because it looks like the back end has got more wheel gap than the front end.
Like 6 inches compared to like 2 in the front.
Right. So maybe he's under heavy braking.
But he should have glowing rotors if he's doing that.
Well, it's a daylight picture, Robbie. This isn't taken during golden hour.
Why would you take a picture not during golden hour?
Just Porsche, man.
Amateur hour.
What do you expect?
I take pictures for 1 hour, and that's it.
He gets published one time, people. One time.
Professional photographer.
Jesus
I should add that to my resume.
Yeah, that should be on your LinkedIn for sure.
I haven't. Oh, dude, I've been on LinkedIn in forever. I get emails that say so and so are sharing their thoughts on LinkedIn. I'm like, I don't give a shit what their thoughts are, and then I just don't go.
I got a job offer from Washington today.
Washington, the state.
Yes,
it rains there.
I know.
It's raining right now.
I responded. I said, I appreciate your interest, but I'm not looking to relocate that far away.
That was a very professional answer.
That's what I do, Robbie. So, next, this is probably the best car on the list thus far for us. The Nissan 400Z.
Oh, yes. I still don't understand why they picked that color for their promos.
Because it's glorious.
It's not glorious.
I love that.
I think people would receive it better if it would have been a more neutral color.
Or even like a better shade of yellow.
Yes. I mean,
I love yellow, but that's not the best shade of yellow for sure.
There's too much green in that yellow.
It's too light. It needs to be a darker yellow.
Yep. But if this is priced right, this car will be very, very popular. There's a lot of things I like about it. There's a few things I'm not totally sold on. But all in all, I do feel pretty good about this car. Again, based on where it's priced. If it's priced super money, not good. If it's priced traditionally where the Z's were, very good.
It's not going to be sold in Europe.
Really?
Due to dwindling sports car sales. Official word on the street from Nissan says a shrinking European sports car market and specific regulations on emissions mean that Nissan was unable to build a viable business in Europe. Nissan's priorities remain its commitment to renew its crossover lineup and accelerate its range electrification strategy.
Weird. So, like, people buy crossovers and tiny cars or supercars in Europe, apparently. No sports cars.
I guess.
That's weird.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. Normally, we're the ones who don't get the cool stuff.
Yeah, I don't get that. I always kind of assumed that smaller cars did way better in Europe.
Yeah,
but
me too. If it doesn't have a V8, it probably sells better in Europe.
Yeah.
Was always what I assumed, but I don't know. That's really scary.
Yeah. It's not a good
because
sign.
they're I feel like sometimes they're kind of the reason that we even get cars here is because they make them there and then like, I suppose we'll send a few that way too.
Yeah, then we buy them up like crazy.
So hopefully. So up next, speaking of small sports cars, the Subaru BRZ. The next generation.
Is it a next gen or is it just a facelift?
I don't know.
I think it's just a facelift. But no. I think the engine had more power.
It's a new engine.
Okay.
Well, it's a more powerful engine. It makes 228 horsepower.
Neck
instead of
snapping
like 200 and I don't know. I want to say it was like 220, so it's not a remarkable jump.
No, it's very small.
But I don't remember.
They definitely took a lot of cheat sheets off of Porsche with their designs with that front end, it seems. Maybe it's just this picture. Yeah. It just kind of looks like they kind of wanted their headlights and the bumper to match like a GT3-ish. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again,
Subaru is not selling this in the UK either.
What in the world is going on over there?
They will be getting the Toyota version.
Oh, okay.
Is likely. So.
Very strange. Again, I
don't know. It is very strange. I'm a little surprised by that. Because I thought they got all the cool stuff and we didn't. So.
Another car that I always expect to do well. It just seems like it.
I hope it does.
And it seems to be fairly priced right, not overpowered, more easily obtainable.
I don't know. Everybody seemed to be upset that it didn't have enough power, and I always thought they were kind of expensive.
They're not cheap. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I didn't think they were overpriced either, though.
I wish that they just would have put a better final drive in there and said, we're just going to suck it up and eat a few miles per gallon, because the Miata with less power was a decent margin faster 0 to 60, because I think that it has a significantly shorter final drive in it and therefore gets off the line quicker and moves through the gears a little better.
Yeah, and it probably had a little bit more performance in mind when they made their Mazda, whereas Subaru is probably not as focused on that as they could be. I mean, again,
Toyota, Subaru, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I always thought that was really like kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
that Mazda makes less power and is still faster. Like, you guys should really look into this again. So
yeah, but it has a lot of potential still. And if they would make an STI version, my God, it would sell like crazy.
Yeah, probably. Or it'd be too much money and no one would buy it anyway.
That's not true, because STI Subarus are a lot of money and they sell like hotcakes.
That's true. Like that ST2 or that S209 or whatever it was.
That's
wild money. Yeah. Couldn't keep them on the show floor.
Exactly.
So, and last but not least, the Rivian R1T, our fully electric truck of the future.
This is what a truck should look like.
This isn't some Cybertruck bullshit.
Again, I don't like the headlights, but I could live with it for the fact that the rest of the truck looks like a truck.
Yeah. So, 3 different battery sizes with anywhere from 230 to 400 miles in range. So,
this I I think if this truck gets to market first and performs well, it could really disrupt stuff for the Cybertruck. I really do.
Yeah, I would buy this in a heartbeat over the Cybertruck.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think twice about that.
See, this is where the torque things get weird with electric cars. They're claiming a total torque number of 10,325 pound-feet.
Yeah, that's
through quad motors.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't math out the same. So,
anyways, it seems like a lot.
I'm sure it still is a lot, even, if it was adjusted to match more real world situations. So 0 to 100 miles per hour in under 7 seconds with a top speed of 125. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. That's funny. Straight trucking.
That's funny how fast it gets to its top speed.
0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. That's hauling the mail.
In a full-size pickup.
Medium-sized pickup.
That's what used to be a full-size pickup before.
That's fair. Like an early 90s 2500. Early 2000s 2500 sized pickup truck.
Yeah.
So
I think
I think that car will do well.
I think so too.
So boom.
This opener is presented by Factory Fabrication. He's been posting some cool shit on Factory Fab's Instagram page. They just did a stainless steel stairs at Frampton Homes here. I think it's in Des Moines. Maybe not. I didn't look that far into it. But they did the railing. It looks like they did the stairs. And it's kind of cool because they did different patterns with hot rolling. So you got like a darker shade of stainless steel on the outsides with a lighter shade in the middle. And then, of course, they coat the whole thing so you don't walk in and then get it all rusty. But it's it's really cool, the stuff that they're posting. They've been super busy. And, the reason why I was moving the 240 today was because the Z is on the trailer, going back over there. So
sweet.
No more stairs for them. It's roll cages.
Roll cages, roll cages, roll cages.
I don't care how good your business is or how great things are going. It's time to build a cage for your friend. Business can wait.
Do something that's a little less profit, a little more helping out the homies.
Yeah. I'll pay you much money. Ish.
I mean, you don't expect him to lose money on it. You just, him
and I both say we have no friends, so I don't expect the friend discount because I don't think that exists. But
that's fair.
If there was one, I want something close to it.
Right.
Anyways, well, Max was making fun of me because my sim set up, because I went to Lowe's and I bought like angled perforated steel and just made inverted pedals. He was making fun of me. He's like, if only you knew somebody that could do this for you.
God damn it, Robbie.
Man, I just went to Lowe's with $30 in my pocket and walked out with some material, and I just made it.
Robbie, what are we going to do with you?
Nothing. I just do things alone.
That's fair.
Yeah, factoryfabrication.com. Otherwise, check out their Instagram, Factory Fabrication.
So, all right, shall we dive into the topic?
Let's do this. I'm pretty excited about this. This is gonna be fun.
Robbie loves games.
That is my favorite shows, are the ones that we do goofy shit.
Admittedly, this is kind of stolen from another podcast, but they haven't done it in quite some time, so it's fine.
Half the stuff we do is stolen from something else.
It's hard not to. I mean, when there's so much out there, it's hard not to be stealing from somebody at some point. So it is what it is. But basically, this is kind of like the Newlyweds game show for car guys.
So if you're not familiar, Adam, can you explain?
Yes. So the Newlyweds Game, you have like a new husband and wife, and like they answer a bunch of questions the way they would, and then the guy asks them what they think their significant other answered, and you try and answer that, right? And you try and be the closest to the correct answer or whatever. So what we're doing here is we picked two cars ahead of time, and we tried to spec them out the way that we think the other one would. And so we chose the Porsche Cayman T.
Yeah, the 718 Cayman T.
718 Cayman T. And something a little more pedestrian and boring, a new Rogue.
That's about as pedestrian and boring as it gets.
Yep, the new Nissan Rogue.
So how do you want to go about this? I know you have some.
I posted my links. You can just click on them, and it'll take you to what they are. So I don't know if you. I don't know. This is the part where we got to kind of figure this out. Like, I don't know if you just want to.
Yes, if anything, I shouldn't click on yours at all. I'll just pull up a picture of a Porsche.
Well, so I can't see your screen. So that's easy to do.
Yep.
For me, I can just read off what I chose for you. And you can tell me how close I was.
Yeah, I printed mine, so we'll just.
Okay.
So we'll start by you reading off what you think mine would be, and then do you want me to?
And then you tell me how close I was.
Okay, and then I'll read yours,
and then we can bounce the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also have a generic picture up. How about that?
At first, I kind of wanted to just do any Cayman, but Robbie wanted to do just the Cayman T because we weren't sure.
There's like 30 of them, man.
There is a lot of them. I know. And I was like, I'm not sure. Like, is Robbie just going to go wild and buy a GT4? Is he going to be like, that's too much fucking money, and he's just going to buy like a base Cayman? I don't know. That was the problem.
That was the problem.
So you're probably the most correct in doing it the way you did it, but it's fine. So base Cayman T pricing $68,900 just right off the bat.
Not the cheapest car in the world, but that's actually not. That's not bad. That's not bad pricing.
No, it's not too bad. It's a pretty cool car. So I'm just going to go through the list of things that I chose, and you can tell me yay or nay on it. How about that?
Okay.
So I chose Guards Red for the exterior color.
No.
Damn it. What'd you do?
GT Silver Metallic.
Silver Metallic. Damn, I should have known that.
And honestly, red was never even, when I did the configurator, I didn't even pick red once.
It's going to be bad for me then.
I clicked on black, said no, clicked on green, clicked on silver,
green was extra money. So I kind of just assumed that you weren't going to pick that.
I went back and forth between green and silver 3 or 4 times, and then I said, okay, I know myself well enough that as much as I kind of like that green car, I wouldn't want to live with it. And for some reason, the metallic silver on these Porsches, I've always really liked.
Yeah?
Yep.
Huh. Well, then I feel like I'm off to a bad start here then because I chose the leather interior in black with Guards Red accenting.
Leather interior.
So yes. I got the leather interior.
With Sport Trex.
Yep. I figured you want the Sport Tex seats, which is kind of like a racing bucket.
Yep.
So I got that. Yes. I just didn't get the Guards Red. Did you do an accent color or did you just do one color?
Because the car was silver, I just went black.
You just went black. So I did get the black part right. I just don't have the accents.
Yep.
So, all right. Exterior. So there's the base model bumper, and then there's more of another one called the Sport Design, which is kind of a racier one. I am assuming that you want the Sport Design package.
You are correct.
It looks way better.
Yes.
Okay. And then I thought that you would keep across the bottom of the door, starting at the front wheel and going to the intake, there's basically a sticker that says 718 Cayman on it. Apparently you can have that removed or kept. I thought that you would keep that.
So that it would still say Cayman?
So it would still say Cayman.
I did not click the option to remove it, no.
Okay. But then on the back, you would get rid of the badge. Because you can get rid of the badge.
I did not remove the badge.
Damn it. Okay, so I was off on that.
I want all the normies to know that I have a Cayman T.
See, I don't want... But what happens when you roll up on someone who's in like a GTS?
I go and hide.
Also, see, the thing that I didn't like about it was that it says 718 Cayman T all the way... Like, it's really long.
Yeah. If anything, I'd take the whole thing off.
You can either get rid of the whole thing, or you can have it just say 718, which I thought was dumb.
Oh, then I misinterpreted that. I thought it was just like the same little swoosh was still there, but it just...
on the door, yes.
Yeah.
But no. On the back, you can have them either remove the emblem, or you can have it just say 718.
Oh, no, I left the whole thing.
Okay. Performance, obviously, the only two options were whether what transmission you have. So either the 6-speed manual or the PDK. We all know that Robbie took the manual transmission.
We know, yes.
I think there was also something like having some sort of weird power steering and enhanced power steering assist that I know he didn't take.
You're right.
I ain't no dummy. So I'm going to assume you went with the 20-inch Carrera S wheels in titanium gray.
You are correct, sir.
Because those looked way better than the 5-spoke Carrera S wheels.
Fuck.
Or Carrera Sport, I think they were, maybe.
Yep.
So did you take the light design package in the interior?
No, I do have the LED headlights.
Okay. You bought the LED headlights. I don't have those.
You skipped over one big one.
Did I?
Yeah.
What I missed?
The ceramic brakes.
I didn't think you'd spend the money on those.
What are my first three things that I replace on a vehicle now?
Yeah, but you're not going to spend $7,000 on ceramic brakes.
If I'm spending $60 on the car, I'll spend $7 on the brakes.
That's not the Robbie I know and love.
But the Robbie you know and love doesn't have $60K to spend on a car. Or
that's fair.
$100K.
That's fair. I just couldn't wrap my head around the idea of you spending that kind of, because I would be like, in my head, I was like, Robbie would just like put some G-locks on it and call it a day.
True, but if there was a performance option, I want the best performance.
Damn it, I missed that one. So the full bucket seats.
Yep,
because they were dope. Did you get the 718T interior package?
I did not.
Damn it!
Like I said,
I don't know what that got you.
I don't remember.
Give me a second here. That gets you deviated colors in your. Oh yeah, that's because of you didn't get the accented. Yep,
oh yeah,
you wouldn't have that.
Nope.
Damn it. That was part of the red accent package. Did you get the aluminum pedals and footrest?
I did the sport styles pedal and footrest, so I will give you that.
Okay,
because they're basically the same shit.
You're forced into having the GT steering wheel because you took the Race Tex interior with the buckets.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming that you paid $415 because it didn't seem like that much money for the Porsche Experience Center delivery in Atlanta.
I didn't see that was an option, but yeah, I would have. I would have, though. I would have.
So that one, and the one in Atlanta is $415. The one in Los Angeles is $500. And since we got to fly to either one, I assumed you'd take the cheaper.
That's fair. I've been to Los Angeles. I've not been to Atlanta, except to their airport one time.
There you go.
You missed a couple?
That's what I had for a grand total of $86,745.
Yep. So I missed. Yeah. So I added the brakes, which is another $7,400.
Yeah.
I added the fire extinguisher.
Okay. See, I thought again. I was like, you're not going to pay for it. You'll just put your own in there.
Yeah. This one's got a Porsche logo on it. It costs about the same,
I guess.
I also added the instrument dials in white.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
And then I also added the Sport Chrono stopwatch dial in red.
I missed that too.
I
wonder where those things were.
It kind of got into some weird stuff, like just like really odd and end add-on stuff. That's how I figured you and I would both lose each other in that spot.
I was really disappointed in the lack of interior carbon fiber options.
Yeah, there was like literally a section that says carbon fiber, and then you click on it.
So it's interior carbon fiber, and you click on it, and the only thing that you can choose is to get the owner's manual wallet made out of carbon fiber, and it's $1,040.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
And I was like, "There's even Robbie would not choose that.
Never, ever."
So, But you get like illuminated door sills in aluminum or stainless steel.
Yep.
For $1,100. So there's a bunch of other stuff in here that I knew Robbie would not take.
I would rather have the illuminated door sills for the same price as that stupid wallet that holds your.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So, yeah, I thought it was dumb. But
you're like 50%.
Yeah, not too far off. I got most of the big things except the brakes. The brakes was the only one that you threw me for a curve on.
Yeah, and the color.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured there's no way you were getting the green because it's $2,500 extra.
I didn't realize that. But no, I didn't. I did not do that.
Of course, your GT Silver Metallic is $650 extra. So
it's worth it at that price. I don't know why.
Boring, Robbie.
It does look so good, though.
It's so boring.
I know it is. But they didn't really... I thought they'd have more options. I mean, they have a brown, but I don't want that. I think they call it lava.
It's orange.
No, it's not.
Oh, my bad. Lava brown.
Yeah, I was like, they had a green and a brown. I'm like, it's a really expensive brown.
It's not that good either.
No, I thought they'd have more options. There was only like 6 color options. Or 6,
yeah.
I mean, there's a few different metallics, but there's like 6 colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Porsche would have like 30 colors. And they'd be like water based, so you could get like really.
Well, so I wonder if as you go up in the packages, like if you go up to the GTS or the GT4.
Yeah, I would imagine.
If you start to get some more colors in there that we didn't get to choose with the T.
Well, I know you can get the silver in the GT4s because that's where I've seen it.
Right, but I wonder if you could get more colors with the T. Or outside of the T.
Yeah, like some more blues and stuff. Because there's no blues at all.
No blues.
That's weird.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of strange too.
They got brown and green, but no blues.
Right.
Giving me the blues. And then the ceramic brakes were only in yellow.
I'm not surprised by.
It should be like red.
I can't say that I disagree with that.
Or let me match it to some other colors. If you're going to paint the whole car, let me just paint my brakes a different color too.
Yeah. So, should we see how close you were with me? I got mine almost pulled up here. It's kind of slow to load. There it is.
All right. Oh, that's right. I zoomed in. All right. So this is where I win.
You think so? We'll see.
I bet I get closer. Not by much, but I do it. I get closer.
Maybe.
All right. So Adams 718 Cayman T. We start. Exterior color, racing yellow.
Yep, that one's pretty obvious.
That one's pretty easy to get.
Yep.
Banana yellow. Interior color, standard interior in black racing yellow with Sport Tech center seat centers.
I didn't get the yellow.
Damn it.
Just black, but I did do the standard interior. I did not buy the leather.
I knew you wouldn't get the leather. I knew it. So I've
become too predictable.
I was close. I was so close.
Too predictable. No, I it's too much yellow.
Well, that was and I talked myself out of it because like if the seats would have been yellow or the seatbelts would have been yellow and like a bunch of stuff would have been yellow, I would have said no way. But it was like the door pull and a couple of other things. So it was just like a couple small things in yellow. I'm like, that's enough of small accent that he might do it. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just went standard interior black with the Sport Tech seat centers.
Yep. All right, so not good there.
Pretty close, though.
Exterior sport design package because obviously.
It looks so much better.
It's not even close.
The front and back look way better.
Yeah, those bumpers again. It's like the Z's. If you add a little bit of an angle to it and some distance to it, it makes the car look way better. Just like these cars, you add a little bit to that bumper, make it stick out a little further, and add some aggression to it. Dramatically changes the look of the car. Makes it look way better.
Yep.
It's the poor man's version of the GT4.
Yep.
This is where I'm taking a risk.
Okay.
Performance.
Well, you missed a few things but
damn it.
So I got rid of the decals on the door.
Oh yeah.
And I got rid of the emblem on the back.
Yep.
And I added the $160 aluminum fuel cap.
Damn it.
Because my Audi had one.
Yep, I remember that.
And I just felt like it was a thing I needed to have.
Yep, I missed your little accents. I don't have any of those.
So,
here's where I'm
performance.
I'm taking a risk because I know you like manual transmissions as much as I do.
Uh-huh.
But
okay,
you know that the 7-speed will be faster than a standard manual transmission. And therefore, because you care about your lap time, you picked the PDK.
You're wrong.
Damn it. I knew it was a risk. I knew it. And I was going to...
So if we would have spec'd up a little higher, like the GT4, I probably would have done the PDK at that point.
My thought process was good.
No, you're not wrong. But like this isn't the fast one anyway.
That's fair.
So I decided that I wasn't going to do that.
But you thought about it.
I did think about it. I even clicked back and forth on it. It's kind of remarkably more expensive.
$3,400 or $3,700.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a cheap transmission.
Yeah. And I decided it wasn't more fun enough.
I can confirm that one of the PDKs, that's probably, it might be a different one than the GT4, but it is quick. It is quick.
Yeah.
Next, the Porsche ceramic composite brakes in yellow.
I did not get the brakes.
What? They're yellow.
I know, but it was like so much money for brakes.
Damn.
And it's not the fast one. Again, it's not the fast one. Like,
damn it.
I feel like
that would have made it better.
It's gonna suck to drive on the street.
No, people drive on the street all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's good. That just means they do it.
That's fair. You know what really sucks is that the yellow on the brakes don't match the yellow of the car.
That's dumb.
They look
just
almost brown.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's weird. Wow, I was off to a hot start. I felt good. I felt real good about this. And now I've and then this too, like you made a comment when you were talking about mine. Wheels. Because you have to have 20s. The 20-inch Carrera Sport wheels. I don't have that in the picture. I have the picture of the...
Now, the Carrera S wheels look way better than the Carrera Sport wheels.
Yep. The Carrera S are the 6, 7, 8 spoke. No. How many spokes?
Yeah, kind of, essentially. 10.
10 spokes.
Yes. I don't know. It just looks way better than that 5-spoke wheel.
Yep. So it's
not. I do like 5-spoke wheels, but that's not a particularly good one.
Yep. So I prefer the smaller spoked wheels, like the 8 to 10 spokes, and that's what this is. Just I think it looks really good. But Adam typically likes the monoblocks or the big 5 spokes. So I picked the sport wheels because it's 5 big spokes. I think they're ugly, but I thought you would like them.
No, I like the S wheels better. That's what I had.
We can agree on that, but I did not pick it for you.
No. Swing and a miss, Robbie.
Damn it. Lights and vision. You did.
You didn't take the full bucket seats, or is that the next thing? I didn't pick any light and vision things. So I don't know where that is in here. I guess
that should be on here.
I didn't choose it. Whatever it is.
The sport seats should have been on here. I don't know why it's not listed.
I would have thought it was because you had the Sport Text thing.
Interior. Yeah, it is. It's under interior.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the next one. Lights and vision.
Okay.
I did LED headlights for you.
I did not.
And I also did the light design package.
What is that even?
I don't remember, but for some reason I thought you'd love it. And pay $350 for it.
How much?
$350.
Come on.
You don't care about LEDs?
Exterior piece?
No, interior.
It's an interior piece. Where is it? Lights and vision. The light design package?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I thought that you would have to have that for sure.
What's it do?
So it's lights in the overhead console, the area of the door handles, the door storage compartment, the driver and front passenger footwell, and illumination of the vanity mirrors in the sun visors.
Yeah, I thought you'd have that for sure.
I don't know why I didn't pick that, honestly. I probably should have.
But no LED headlights?
I did not take the LED headlights.
Do you like changing headlight bulbs?
They're $1,100.
Yeah, but you never have to change them, and they have dynamic light systems. Plus,
I don't know what that means, Robbie.
I'm going to assume that it adjusts to do cool shit by itself. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. They're LEDs. They're way better.
Full LED headlights with low-high beam in LED technology, automatic headlight leveling, and LED 4-point daytime running lights surrounded by the LED light ring.
That's what you want. Automatic adjustments.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought they were expensive.
Damn it. All right, so swing and a miss on all lights and vision.
Yep, I didn't do any of that stuff. Sorry.
Even though you think you would have done the design package had you.
Yeah, I would have done that. You're right there. I don't know why I didn't.
Interior. You did the 718T interior package.
Let me scroll down here. I didn't.
You didn't. Damn it. But you did do the full bucket seats.
Absolutely, even though they're $6,000.
I didn't even look at the price, but yeah.
$6,000, $5,900.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Crazy money.
They're carbon fiber though, aren't they?
I would assume they freaking better be.
Good
Lord.
I want
Yes,
to be full.
Lightweight full bucket seats in carbon fiber reinforced plastic with carbon weave finish, featuring integrated thorax, airbag, electronic height adjustment, and manual fore-aft adjustment for the driver and passenger.
That's a pretty intricate bucket seat, or like race bucket seat. I can see how it adds up to that price.
Child seats not compatible with full bucket seats.
You
Heated
don't
seats
say.
not compatible with full bucket seats.
You did lose the heated seats, which seems like a small price
think
to
that
pay.
I needed heated seats in my Porsche. I didn't think that would be an issue I would ever.
No, you're not really
into.
you're not gonna be driving this on a day that you really need. Like Dalton likes to have his butt warmers on all the time, unless it's like 100 degrees. Then it's always the cooler.
He says he uses them because it makes his lower back feel better, and I'm like, dude, you're too young to be that way.
He's lying. He just likes to have his butt warm, which is fine. I always have my butt warmers on. I understand, but in my Porsche,
I don't have anything with them.
Yeah. Full bucket seats. Interior race tech. So you had the GT Sport wheel, sun visor.
You're forced into that with the package.
I picked that you did all of the like roof lining, the sun visors, all that stuff in race techs.
Yes, I don't know what it is.
It's the same material as those seats, which is I think it's supposed to be cloth, but it's supposed to be more grippy. So I think
right.
So I don't know why you would need it on your visors, but for some reason you and I both agreed you need it on your sun visors and your roof.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got the word race in it.
Yeah, it's a race text. So you spent $1,000 on race text roof lining, but you wouldn't put in your $1,000 headlights.
I don't know, man. I just don't really. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen the light with LED lights, I guess.
My entire house is LED lights. Worth it.
Yeah, probably.
It's absolutely worth it. Interior aluminum. You did pedals and footrests in aluminum.
Goddamn right I did.
Nice. And that is it.
I did take the Atlanta delivery as well, so we'll be getting these both together.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't even realize there were delivery options. I skipped right over that. Yeah, I definitely didn't do this at my lunch break over work, so I was not in a hurry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually thought I was going to be, I think you did better than I did.
Yeah, maybe.
Not to say that we both did remarkably great.
No.
But I think that you did better. I had a hot start, but it fell off.
It's harder than you think it is.
Well, when you have an entire page of options, it's easy to go astray.
There's really not even that many options.
No, not really. Like 10,
but
12 options, really?
Yeah. Because like we left the Rogue more open-ended.
Yeah, that's going to
so now that becomes a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that'll be a problem.
So we'll see.
You want to do it the same format we just did? It seemed to
work all right.
Yeah.
So then the Rogue. I thought that you would want the all-wheel drive, being that you're that country folk and you live out there in the middle of nowhere, and I figured so basically there are three option packages for the front wheel drive and 3 for the all-wheel drive, but they're the same. You just pick whether you want all-wheel drive or front wheel drive. I assumed you wanted front or all-wheel drive. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Okay. And then I figured you're probably going to go with the cheap one, the SV Intelligent all-wheel drive package.
Yes.
Okay. So we're off to a good start there, at least.
That was a hard way to go.
Hardest part.
And you got that one right. Like,
yes.
I don't think I'm going to get that one right.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
I am assuming that you went with gun metallic.
No.
No? Damn it. Did you go with black?
Caspian blue.
Blue? You did? It's quite the blue.
It's blue, Caspian blue metallic. So it's kind of dark, but it's got metallic. It's a good color. It really is.
See, the reason I chose this was because I thought like you living on the gravel road, you're not going to want a color that pops because it's always going to look like garbage.
Yeah, but you also don't want in theory, you don't want a dark color because it shows dirt, like my black pickup.
They didn't have a light colored silver.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get a brown car.
Yeah. And I knew you weren't going to get black. I was pretty sure you weren't going to get black.
It's not my first choice. I do really like black, like on my truck. But yeah, it's filthy.
It's impossible
all
to keep
the
clean.
time. Yeah. But at the same time, the guy that owned it before me cleaned it with like sandpaper when he washed it. So it's already super swirled. I spent like an entire weekend trying to buff it out, and I'm still not happy with it. So when it's covered in dirt, you really don't see that. So it's you win some, you lose some.
Right. I assume you took the splash guards.
I did, because I don't want rock chips.
Right. But then they had a bunch of other like weird bumper moldings and stuff like that I think kind of lower the belt line of the vehicle. So I decided you didn't want any of that stuff.
You were right. I didn't get any of that.
Yes. Okay. So splash guards was the only thing in the body protection.
Yeah, the only protection I need is splash guards.
Okay.
I feel like both our houses are being disruptive.
Sorry, it's fine.
Dog's barking is something.
Styling, you did nothing.
I want no style. None.
Yes, exactly.
You're correct.
So I got that right?
Yes.
God, nice.
Off to a hot start.
And then no storage?
Wrong.
Damn it.
I added...
See, I wasn't sure because that stuff gets really expensive.
I added one thing. The roof rail crossbars.
Okay. I didn't think you'd want that. I didn't see where that would be useful in the life of Robert Vierhout.
I don't know why the RAV had them, and I always kind of liked it. I never really utilized it, but for some reason I felt like it needed to be there. And like on these smaller crossover SUVs, I don't know why. I just feel like it adds to them when it really doesn't.
I kind of like the smooth roof look.
No, gotta have utility stuff up top, even if you never actually use it.
Continue on with that fake.
I could strap a
utility look.
I could strap a kayak up there or something. Or
I guess.
If I'm stuck driving a Rogue again, I got to be able to strap something to the roof.
Yeah, I suppose.
Can't.
And then I said that you didn't choose anything in the lighting section.
Wrong.
Exterior lighting.
Wrong. I added fog lights.
Oh, see,
LED
I was debating on the fog
lights.
lights. Because
need the fog
I couldn't
lights.
decide if that was if you didn't choose that, does that mean you get no fog lights or you just don't get them in LED?
I assumed you don't get them, so
Okay.
I added them.
Damn it.
I need the fog lights.
I was back and forth on that.
Yep.
And then nothing in the miscellaneous category either.
No miscellaneous.
All right. So I missed a little bit on storage and a little bit on lighting.
Off to a good start, though.
I'm not mad about that. Interior color, you did charcoal cloth.
What? Charcoal leatherette.
You went with leather?
Of course.
So if you go to leather, you get bumped up to the next package.
Don't care.
I didn't think you would go to the next package.
Are you sure? Because I got $0 on my thing.
I could have sworn
Interior
that it
color.
to the next package.
Interior color, charcoal leatherette, $0.
Let me check this. Yeah, you get bumped to the SV premium package then.
Oh, well, that's weird.
So
okay, well, yeah,
is what it is.
You'd follow the exact same path I did then.
Yeah,
because
so
mine still says.
Then,
it does say premium package on the bottom. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I do have the SV premium without even expecting to.
That's all right. Weather protection, you got the all-season floor mats because they're only $145, and I'm pretty sure if you bought them from WeatherTech, they're more than that.
They're $200 from WeatherTech, and yes, of course I did.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's what I figured.
All-season floor mats for all the cars that aren't race cars.
Yeah, I have them in my new work truck. They're quite nice.
Damn it, that's not good. Here. Fuck.
Technology, no.
I added, because I'm buying a new car and I felt like I had to do it, I added the wireless smartphone charger for when the one day that I upgrade my smartphone, it can charge wirelessly.
See, that was what I was like, Robbie doesn't have a phone that can even do that. Also, it's $250. See, I just pictured you like buying a $20 one from Walmart and Velcroing it to your dash.
That's what I would do if I wasn't buying a new car. In this scenario,
that's fair. Cargo, none.
No cargo.
Lighting, I probably missed this, but none. Yes,
I added none.
Okay. Safety and comfort. This is where I may fall apart here. The impact sensors.
Yes,
because they were fairly cheap.
Yeah, $125 to have the impact sensor. That seems like a no-brainer.
And then the one I wasn't sure about, but it's way too much money, but I picked it anyway. The pet divider.
No, because my pets do not sit in the back. They sit in the back seat like a human.
Okay. Also, it's $495.
If they would have sold like a pet hammock that goes over your back seats, I would have bought that.
Right. And then miscellaneous, none added.
No miscellaneous added.
Nice. So then you had the package that I have none in because you have the SV package. Then.
Yep, because I didn't even realize that I bumped to the SV because I had leather, because everything I sit on has to be leather. Except the seat. This is suede.
So, yep. Damn the bad luck. I was pretty close, though. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, you're pretty good on that one.
I'm quite proud of that.
All right, let's see if there's a couple things that I might be able to do on yours. Okay. So
right,
Adam is
open here.
Adam is buying a 2021 Rogue front wheel drive because Adam is the first person that will tell you that you don't fucking need all wheel drive.
Goddamn right you don't.
So Adam has a Rogue S front wheel drive.
I bought the SL.
Damn it! Damn it.
I figured, you know what? I'm not getting the all-wheel drive. I can get a little nicer one.
Damn it. I thought
I'll buy the SL. I didn't buy the SV. Let's not get out of control here.
Apparently I did.
I bought the SL.
Wait, no, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so Adam has not the S. God, I was so close. Front wheel drive.
I know he's gonna get the front wheel drive. I know he's gonna be like, Adam says nobody fucking needs that shit anyway. I just knew it.
You can't stand on your soapbox.
We've argued about it so many times.
You can't stand on your soapbox for 5 years and tell me that we don't need all-wheel drive and then buy one.
Then I didn't, did I?
Front wheel drive. You
don't need it.
Adam bought Scarlet Ember Tint Coat Red.
I bought Caspian Blue Metallic.
Dang it. We picked the same color. Oh.
And because I bought the SL, I can't get it in just Caspian Blue. It has to come in two-tone Caspian Blue Metallic Super Black.
Huh.
When you buy optioned up packages, then they become two-tone vehicles. You can't buy them as a singular color.
That's weird.
Which actually is really annoying because I think the singular color looks way better. It almost made me change it.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling yours up so we can actually look at yours. I just had a generic picture of a red Rogue that kind of matched what I was looking at.
Okay.
Because I had it all saved. I did over lunch. I had it all saved. I was like, I was email these to myself. Didn't do it. Got home. I was like, I got to do this all over again. Yeah, I would agree that the single tone. I don't like the fact that because it just looks like they did an unpainted body kit.
Yeah, it's very poorly done that way. I think that the all one color is much better.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I thought it was dumb.
Body protection, none because Adam doesn't need any protection.
Nah, I put the splash guards on there.
Dang it! I agree with myself on that one.
I figured it at a minimum. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. You added the front underbody trim and the rear underbody trim.
I didn't add those things because I pictured my girlfriend driving this a lot
and tearing those off,
and those weren't going to last long anyway.
As I can tell you that the Rogues is gone, or the edges is gone.
Yeah, so I decided not to do that.
Okay, so I'm failing miserably. Lighting. Adam needs fog lights.
Yeah, so I can't decide whether it means I just have LED lights or no lights at all if I don't pick it. But yes, I do want fog lights.
Okay. You also added the exterior ground lighting.
I didn't because that's ridiculous.
Yet I wanted you to be ridiculous.
If this was like a Porsche Panamera, you bet your ass adding that stuff. But it's a Nissan Rogue, man. It's boring. It's lame.
Yep.
It sucks.
Yep.
I hate it.
Can confirm. Miscellaneous. You did no miscellaneous.
You're correct.
This is where I might make some comebacks here. Interior color. Charcoal cloth.
Yep.
I
almost picked leather because it's easier to clean.
Absolutely. And you have a child.
Yes, and I have a child. I probably should have picked leather, but I didn't.
All right. Weather protection. I had carpeted floor mats, but apparently you did all season after learning.
I did do the all season floor mats.
I did actually have that legitimate argument with myself on, well, I bet his work vehicle has all weather ones, and now he realizes how great that is.
He
can't live without them, just like me.
They are super duper nice.
Because
apparently I should have done the opener on my new truck at work today, and maybe that would have helped you out a little bit.
It would have been too late. I already printed it.
That's fair.
Adam's phone always dies, so you added a wireless smartphone charger.
I'm not paying $250 for that shit. The other thing that I've recently learned is that, maybe this is just a GM thing. I don't know, but I guess they did change that in GM in 2021, so maybe it works if it's not just a GM thing. But apparently, CarPlay is not Apple CarPlay is not Bluetooth.
Oh,
so I figured it was going to be plugged in anyway.
That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't it be Bluetooth?
It doesn't. It's not Bluetooth. I have my new truck has Bluetooth.
Yeah, of course.
But if you want Apple CarPlay, you have to plug it in. And Dalton was saying that his truck is the same way, even though it's the fucking
be all end package. All. Yeah.
And Dusty said that his 2021 Blazer, they were excited because they added Bluetooth capable Apple CarPlay in 2021.
Huh.
So I figured, I'm assuming that this doesn't have that, and so I'd have to be plugged in anyway, because now that I have used Apple CarPlay, I flip and love it.
Fine. Cargo? None.
I don't need any of that crap.
Safety and comfort. You did not add the impact sensor, but it sounds like you did.
did, because they're only $125.
Yep. But you also added the remote engine start system.
I did.
Yes.
Because I want that.
Yeah. Yeah, once you have that, you can and you live in the Midwest or the North or the Mid-East of America.
Right.
Yeah, not the Middle East of the world, but Mid-East of America.
Mid-East America, so like Ohio area.
Yeah, it's cold there.
Indiana.
Yeah, that area. The Middle East. If you live in the Middle East, once you have a car, like automatic car start, you can't go away from that. You have to have it. So like, it's like 0 degrees outside. There's no degrees. And you're looking out the window from work. You're like, oh, man, I got to go out there. But my poor vehicle, I don't want to just fire it up and then take off and, wear the engine extra with that thick oil. It's got to give it a minute or two to warm up. So as you're wrapping up your day, you just stand at the window and start it and then let your car warm up, and then you get in a warm car. Once you have that, you can't go back, ever.
Mostly just don't want to listen to my wife and kid complain about being cold. I'm fine. It's mostly them.
No,
it's absolutely worth the extra cost not to listen to that anymore.
And I don't know why. Maybe it's a setting. But I noticed that my buddy's truck, when he does his remote start, his butt warmers are on. When my remote start's on, my butt warmers are not on.
You should work on that for sure.
I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just a setting, but it definitely needs to change. And for miscellaneous on yours, none.
Right.
So I would say about 50%.
Yeah, not so good.
Apparently the blue one.
You had me on the Porsche.
The blue one I picked for you or for myself was probably closer to yours, except for all-wheel drive.
Yeah, not too far off. Yeah, I didn't need the all-wheel drive. Just put good tires on it, Robbie. It's fine.
I know the edge does just fine.
So I know it was kind of fun. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
It's really hard.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, hold on. I hit the wrong hotkeys. So I went I went to close the screen and I locked the computer.
Oh.
That's good. We're fine. I don't think it affected anything.
All right. So anyway, yeah, you got to sit there and you got to think like, man, I don't know. Some of that stuff is like I debated back and forth with myself multiple times about like, I know that Robbie doesn't really like spending money on stuff, but he's buying a new car. Maybe he would just go for it.
Yeah, that was definitely the
mentality. Most of the time when I decided, cheap Robbie's going to win, I was wrong.
Yeah, if I'm buying a brand new car, what's the extra 100 here, 100 there?
Yeah, I suppose.
But yeah, then I tried to look at the Rogue more realistically, like as if you were going to buy it. And the Porsche was a little bit more pie in the sky. Like, well, he's clearly got the money for a Porsche, so he's got the money for a few other things.
Right.
So, yeah, you got to make a lot of assumptions on this one. That
we should have done like the Chrysler Pacifica, because that would have been hilarious to me.
That was one of my on the list of options I threw out there as where should we start?
There's always next time.
Yep.
So, should we do some news?
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of like a reasonable length show.
Good.
First in a while.
Yeah. As always, our news is presented by Apex Pro, apexchatcoach.com. I was actually messaging with Andrew the other day, and he's sending me a lap timer or a OBD2 data logger thing. So I'll be able to pair that with my Apex Pro and get even more data. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So once that gets here, I'll be able to start playing with that and be able to speak to it a little bit better. I know that there was my biggest issue is that there were some delays between the phone and the actual reader. So like when I hit the pedal, my RPMs would just kind of like not match at all. I'm hoping that gets fixed on like just using my cluster as my phone as my cluster, and then also being able to pair that with the Apex Pro for when I do like my videos and stuff like that. And then when I do reviews with Andrew in the future, he'll be able to do a better analysis because he'll have a lot more data. So the more you have, the more you learn. ApexTrackCoach.com. If you want a unit and get a free window mount, use the code 10tenths at checkout. Otherwise, if you want like a demonstration or you want to borrow one of ours and you're going to be at an event that we're going to be at, hit us up. We're happy to let you borrow it and kind of walk you through it when we're there. If you're local, I'd probably would let you borrow it for a day. And even if it's at an event I'm not at, I just got to be able to trust you to bring it back. Done that before. So hit us up, apextrackcoach.com.
First up, Nissan Z development boss wants driving the new Z to be like finding a new dance partner.
That is an exciting time. And I'm just realizing how big those brakes are on that thing.
It's kind of a monstrous brake package on that thing, isn't it?
That is great. Are those like the new Akibonos or something? Those are huge.
I don't know.
Those look like 14.
It's like hinting at what could be on this.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably their sport package because those are probably 6 pistons up front, 4 pistons in the rear, probably
at least
14-inch rotors. One thing, they're 19s is on this concept, so it'll be expensive. But that would also accommodate your 14-inch rotor.
You're going to need big wheels to go over big brakes, Robbie.
18-inch minimum. I have learned the hard way.
So anyway, this guy, Hiroshi Tamura.
Close enough.
Sure. He is the chief product specialist for the so it's his job to lead the car development, make sure that it maintains its zenith, as they say.
Nobody says that.
But he seems like he's like a genuine car guy, and he talks about how when he was younger, when he was a kid, that he was big fans of the GTR and the Z, and that he wants to make sure that kids of this generation feel the same way about the ones they're making now. And I think that he was also the product development guy for the GTR.
Yep, and the 370Z since 2012. And that's my only hang-up. Is like, because on paper, this guy looks great. He's an enthusiast. That's
exactly what I was going to say.
And like he's a guy that genuinely gives a crap about what this car does, which means...
Because he kind of swung and missed on the GTR, at least.
And maybe he didn't swing and miss so much as the fact that... And maybe it was a management thing that he didn't really get the say in. But yeah, like, since 2012, what has either one of those cars done? Nothing. Like, that's the same car they were in 2012. So unless his entire focus since 2012 has been on the next gen for both of those vehicles, he's kind of got to
nothing's really changed.
He's got to get past that, because I'm looking at it going, well, where have you been for the last 8 years, man? But the direction that they're taking the 400Z, or the new Fair Lady, because that'll piss people off, the new Fair Lady is going to be it's off to a great start, and I think he's done a lot of things correct. And I think he's marketed it pretty well. And I think his passion is showing through on this car, at least.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it's a much better step in the right direction than the GTR was.
Absolutely.
As like a new car.
Because
the GTR's cool, don't get me wrong, but like it doesn't have the, I don't know how to say this.
It's lost its roots.
Yeah, it doesn't have the throwback.
And then
while still looking ahead.
Yeah. And they definitely did that with this. You know, they tried to not necessarily recreate, but like capture why you love the 70s Zs in a 2021 or whatever year Z.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see.
So the drive goes out on a limb here and says that they're relatively certain that it will have a twin-turbo V6 and be available with a manual or automatic transmission.
Yep, we knew it was going to be a manual. And what I thought was really weird is because I thought it was genuinely well received. I'm not saying that people are flocking, waiting in line already for it, but all of the comments were like super negative on the drive.
That's the internet, Robbie.
That's just how the drive. I honestly don't read the drive or Jalopnik unless you pick them for the show. So I thought maybe those comment sections had gotten, maybe better is not the right word, but maybe I just was expecting at least someone to be like, not a paragraph long about why it's the worst car ever made. It's not a wooden wagon. Ah!
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's because now I'm looking at it. Disappointing car. Can't even bring myself to call it a sports car. Looks like an old Italian car. I'd prefer the 370 any day. Shame.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's the first one I see.
I mean, that's so far like down the spectrum of hatred that I wasn't expecting for this car. Like, I mean, anytime something new comes out, you obviously have it's polarizing no matter what. But and maybe just the vocal people are the people that hate it. Because I don't think it's the greatest. I don't think it's perfect. But I'm definitely not shitting on it. And if it's focused on performance and the way it feels when you're sitting in the driver's seat, that's where it really matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's got 19s on it, which I'm assuming are like 19s by 9 or something crazy. So I'm sure, from the factory, they're going to come with like 265s. And then he's going to have the sport brakes, which are going to be huge. So, yeah, I bet this will be a blast to drive. Twin turbo.
Well, and I mean, the 350Z and the 370Z don't lack anything when it comes to driving experience.
This year, after I was able to take the Z to a couple of events, I actually prefer the way the Z feels compared to the 240.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I've kind of completely steered into the Z as much as I have this year, is because when I had it on track, in as bad of a shape as it was when it came to track worthiness, it still felt better. Or maybe not better is not the right word, but like it felt right. Like it was in like I knew all the things I had to change to make it where I wanted it, but even as it sat in its poor performing ways, it still felt right. Like that's the car I should be focusing on, not the 240.
With 15-year-old tires and
they were 10-year-old. I actually have a set of RS3s I got from Bill, a year ago that I haven't gotten around to yet. That would be like another test day tire. But those are only 5 years old. Because I was just curious what the date codes were. He just gave it to me because he was like, well, I'm going to throw these away. But they're good enough for like a HPD or something. I was like, okay, yeah. Threw them in the back of the truck and took them. But yeah, they were only 5 years old.
Robbie.
Yeah, I got to clean all those out and throw them away.
What are we going to do with you?
I'll probably buy new tires here soon enough.
What do you think you're going to do for tires if you decide to start actually competing GLTC with that car?
It'd be R7s or Toyo RRs.
Are you going to go with like a real fucking tire? Or you're not going to try the 200 treadwear street option?
I don't think so. I don't know exactly what it weighs. I haven't developed any like specifics on that, but like I kind of have a mental plan of like where, depending on where it's at. Like if the weights are where I think it's going to be, I probably will be running R7s, and then I'll have wet tires, obviously the H2Os,
right?
Which is why I need another set of wheels, which I've been shopping for wheels. That, and I really don't feel like having a 12-inch wide tire or 12-inch wide wheel, because like to get 315s under there with a 200 tread would be ridiculous.
Probably have to be real heavy.
They wouldn't be super light, no. That, and I really don't want to spend $3,000 on a super light wheel either.
No, I mean, in order to run that wide a tire, you're gonna have to have a lot of weight in the car.
3,000
legally.
3,000 pounds, yeah.
Oh, maybe that's where it is. I guess I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 200. It's like three. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but like right around the 3,000 mark, you can run a 315. Or if it's under that, I'm not sure. It might be less than I expect. I keep planning on it being around the 3,000 pound mark, but Savannah Little just posted her LS swapped Z weighs like 2660, ready to go. So it might be a lot lighter than I thought.
Yeah, maybe. So, it's hard to say. Yeah, that car's got a lot of carbon and stuff like that in it too. So
yeah. Not to say that our cars are even remotely the same, because they're not. But it was just kind of like I was surprised at how light hers was versus how heavy I was expecting mine to be. And again, I'm making a lot of assumptions on what she's under her car.
Yeah, but so
we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of questions yet to be answered in the next 6 months, 4 months.
Yeah. So up next, stray dog continually visits Hyundai dealership, so they hired him and gave him his own ID badge. So this is kind of a
feel good story of the year.
We just needed a feel good story, Robbie.
Yes, we do.
So I hate these websites.
The woofwoof.tv.
Yeah, like I hate the way that they write their articles. There's a lot of websites that do this. It's very annoying, but it was too good not to do it.
Yeah,
too good not to talk about. So basically, they have this dog which
kind of looks like mine.
Just kind of showed up.
Yeah,
at this dealership at one point, and just kind of continually was there. And apparently, some of the employees kind of befriended him, and I think somebody must have kind of just taken him in and decided he's my dog now. I can't imagine they were just leaving him there.
I think at first it was probably like he'd show up and just kind of like hang out front and not really bother anybody, and they just kind of let it stay. And then it just kind of became a habit where every day he'd show up about the same time everybody else did. He'd just stay all day, and then when everyone went home, he'd go wherever he was going. And then eventually they were like, how about you just come inside?
Yeah, so now I think he just kind of hangs out at the customer service desk or runs around the shop, and he's just the company dog, which is cool.
Yeah, I really like going into like stores or shops or like just businesses where like you walk in and there's a dog laying on the floor in the waiting room. I don't know why, but it just for some reason.
Because you love dogs? That's what you do?
Well, that too, but it's just like for some reason, like if there's a shop pet, it just makes that business better. It's like,
yeah, they just seem more like real people.
Yeah, it's not like a formal thing. You're like, oh, it's the dog on the floor, and you pet the dog and you go go about your business. But I don't know why. It's just for some reason, like if I walk into a showroom floor and there's like a dog walking around, like this is the place.
Well, they say on that article that the dealership is pet friendly, which kind of is mildly surprising to me, I guess.
You would think a new car dealer would be like, you're not jumping on my car. You're not, one scratch and she's yours now.
Yeah. There's too many people with dogs that don't behave well.
Like mine. Well, one of mine. So yeah. I understand. I'm not saying that like
right. And you're not taking him to a car dealership either.
No, I'm not.
Even if it was pet friendly, you're not going to roll in there with that dog.
Nope.
I mean,
nope.
Come on.
No, the one dog would be painfully scared of everything, and the other dog would jump on shit. So no, they're not. They don't get to do that because they're not that type of dog. But it sounds like this dog, as a stray, is much better behaved than both of my dogs. Well, one of my dogs. So.
I mean, kind of maybe both, but one of them is not. It's not that it's poorly behaved. It's just that it doesn't behave like a dog.
It doesn't want to be there. Yeah, it'd rather be hidden in his cave.
Yeah, that's the way mine is too, though.
But like this one's like super well behaved. Like it sits for the pictures and like wears a headset and like lets them put name tags on it. And for being a stray dog, that's like super well behaved, like obedient.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I question the stray part of it.
I don't know.
Or like has somebody adopted it and put a bunch of money into obedience courses for it and stuff like that, It's hard to say.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it had been someone's pet and well taken care of, and then for whatever reason, it was no longer with that person, and then was just kind of like living on the streets for a very, very short while, and then just adopted this dealership, which in return adopted them.
Right.
I mean, you hear of that happening. Like it's more common with cats. It seems that cats kind of adopt a house, and that's where they stay. That's how we got our first cat.
Yeah, my aunt seems to always do that. She ends up with 3 or 4 cats at a time because she just adopts them.
Or they adopted her.
Well, yeah. Every time she's like, "Oh, there's this cat that I've been feeding at the doorstep." Like, but it's not coming in this time. Like, bullshit, Heidi.
Yeah,
we all know better. We all know better.
Every time I see a possum outside, I think the same thing. I was like, you would be a fun pet or a raccoon.
I want a skunk.
I've heard skunks are actually like really good pets.
You can get them descented.
They're like ferrets.
So you don't have to worry about that at least. And then, yeah, I think they're basically just like a cat.
Yeah, like a goofy cat. Like a funny cat. Like
that'd be great.
Like better than a cat.
You know how funny it would be so you meet somebody new or something like that, and they're at your house for the first time, and you just like let them in. You're talking to them a little bit, and your skunk comes rolling around the corner. You just act like you have no idea where it fucking came from.
Oh.
Like, holy shit, there's a skunk in my house. Nah, man, I'm just playing.
Nah, it's cool.
I
have always been that way with raccoons.
We had a raccoon when I was a little kid.
My mom did. It was fun for about a year, and then the instincts took over, and then it just kind of took off. But
yeah, that's kind of the similar story to ours. He was around for a while, and then one morning he wasn't.
Yep, just took off. Went back to
He just thought he was a cat. So we had a pretty decent herd of farm cats.
Yeah, that probably helps when they're all like a group.
Yeah.
That's like the tigers at the zoo. Thomas he did like when he was in biology, he did like a shadow where he was with the zoologist at the time.
Right.
And they said like that the tigers were like raised from cubs, and like, you could pet them like they were pets. Right. He said, but if you leave them alone for like 7 days without any interaction with humans, they are now a killing machine, and you're not allowed in the cage anymore. Which is absolutely insane to me that the instinct would just
a quick turnaround,
just switch like that. That you could go from pet to killing machine in 7 days.
Yeah, that's an insane turnaround.
But instincts are strong, and that's a wild animal. That's why I can't have a raccoon.
I mean, not with that attitude.
If there is a raccoon in my yard that is injured, I will rescue him. Or
you can have a shop coon.
I would love to.
I can't believe you don't have some sort of shop animal. But like if you had a cat in your shop, I feel like it wouldn't last very long with Yancey.
Yancey does okay once they've met.
Oh, okay.
Like he's not constantly chasing them.
Right.
If they take off running, he'll chase them, but it's not the same. Yeah. He does okay. Plus, if you shock him with a shot collar, he behaves a lot faster.
My dad's shop cat has apparently been mildly adopted by all of his neighbors. He's quite well known in that area now, apparently.
That's awesome.
So the vet's like literally 3 houses down, and my dad was joking about, just let him out, he'll come home. So
that's not bad.
Yeah. But well, Robbie, I don't know. It seemed like a short show.
Nope. It was like a full almost 2 hours.
Damn it. We did it again.
Yep. No, it's cool. That's what people have come to enjoy, the long shows.
I guess.
Just our ramblings for 2 hours.
I'm gonna go to work.
Ugh, I'm gonna go to bed.
That sounds way better.
It will be. Hey, I'll catch you and everybody else next week.
Cool.